Someone sent me this video, and let's watch it together.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good.
Excuse me.
You got your young?
It's right there. I'm sorry, is that a problem?
Yeah. Where'd your friend go?
My cousin?
Yeah.
I'm just to the car. I'm sorry, is that a problem?
Yeah. Where'd she go?
Okay. What's the issue?
When she just left without you, where'd she go?
She went back to. I'm actually supposed to be leaving now because I have to go pick up my nephew. But what's going on?
Okay. Where'd she go to?
I just said to the car, sir. What is going on again?
She got in the car in the middle of the road.
I'm sorry, in the middle of the
Yeah. When she saw me, she ran out of here.
Okay. So they left me?
Yeah.
Hey, so I don't even have my phone on.
Okay. Just a moment. What's your name? Serenity? Okay.
I'm sorry. Oh man, there was this joke I heard one time that people name their children stuff that they don't have, like Serenity.
Okay, thanks. Alright, he's trying to reach out to the lady who reported it from the other branch
For
fraud.
So essentially what they're doing, from what I understand, is they would, let's say I have a bank account in this bank and I write a check from a different bank. I think that's how checks work. I'm not that old to be using checks, but I think this is what's going on. So they'll take that check and then they'll go to that bank and use that check to take money out of that account, the first account, right? And so what happens is they will take that check, they'll take that money out of the first account and give it to that person. And then I think someone on the other side will also at the same time, because checks take some time to clear, I'm assuming, someone will then take money out of that original bank account. So if I had, let's say the bank account has £500 in it, someone will come in with a check for £500 from that account to take money out of that account. They will go and give the check, they'll get the £500, and then at the same time, someone who has access to that bank account will then take the £500 out. So essentially, they've made £500 from a check, if that makes sense. Essentially that's what I've gathered from this. But let's see what else they say.
Here, hold on.
I feel sorry for her, man, and no one should feel sorry for her.
Okay. So I'm gonna assume you know what's going on. I'm gonna read you your Miranda rights real quick.
But hold on, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. Let me see if she has a reason as to why. Maybe she was coerced into doing it. Who knows?
It's not mine.
Okay, hold on.
What's not yours? What's in my purse?
Very nice.
What's funny?
I'm gonna read you your Miranda warning, okay?
Okay.
You have the right to remain silent. Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us?
No. I would like to have like a family member or something with me.
How old are you?
18.
And she's 18. At 18 years of age, and you're in this line of you're on this life path. It's not really a good start, is it, to your adult life? Imagine you turn 18, you start your adult life, and the first thing you're doing is getting a criminal record for fraud. And then your best response is to sit there and cry. Oh man, it's great. It's good times.
Well, here's what's going to happen. You're going to be going to jail today, okay? Regarding what's going on here, if you'd like to talk.
But I'm still gonna go to jail.
Yes, you're right.
How am I, what's gonna happen to me?
Well, you're going to go to jail, you're going to be booked, and
Like with grown women?
yes, you're an adult.
Okay, what if they beat me up or something?
You'll be protected.
Okay, what if they beat me up or something? You'll be protected.
Wait. She's like, wait. She's like, So I'm gonna go into prison with grown ass women. Boo boo, you're an adult. What did you think was gonna happen? What if they beat me? What? I don't know, man. Maybe you watch too many films, but thinking you're gonna go to prison and get beaten up, that's wild. That's wild.
You're being charged with uttering a forged instrument. So this check right here does not belong to you and was not written to you, correct?
Well, obviously.
Okay, well that's what you're being charged with.
Holy they did. Yep, they did. Do you want to tell us about this?
Fuck him. Fuck it. Oh, I almost spot my my man's got. Whoa! There's a gun in it. Wait, hold on. What did she say?
What? Holy they did.
I don't know, but I can't really make it clear. I can't clearly understand what she's saying, but I think she probably mentioned something like they made me carry a gun or something like that. I'm not sure, because the officer responds with, "Oh shit, they did." So yeah, she's even got a gun. Ah, wow. Yeah, it's a great start to your adult life, Miss Serenity.
I think I was set up.
You were set up?
I don't know.
She said she was set up. Listen, I mean, I could understand, like, maybe there are instances where something like that happens. Maybe someone falls in with the wrong crowd and they get promised something and they say, "Oh no, just do this. It's easy. You just got to do this. You go in the bank, you cash the check, and you come out and blah blah blah." And sure, I could see it as being, you know. And there's always like you gotta understand the whole story. Like, she might be genuine about that. She might have not understood. Maybe she was forced to do this, or maybe she genuinely knew what she was doing, and now she's just trying to find a way to get out of it. So there's a lot of things you gotta consider.
So, Miss,
Yes, sir.
that young woman,
Yes, sir.
never heard of you.
Okay.
Never heard of you. Certainly didn't write you a check.
Okay.
So you're being charged with that.
I understand.
Okay.
And
Do you
now-
have a concealed weapons
I
permit?
do not.
Okay. So now you're being charged with carrying a concealed firearm.
Oh shit! It just keeps getting better and better for Miss Serenity here. God damn! You got theft, you got fraud, now you got carrying a concealed weapon. Nah, it ain't looking good.
How many bullets were in it?
It was loaded with one in the clip.
Isn't that like extra years every bullet?
I don't believe so. No.
She said extra year for every bullet. Wow! Imagine if that was the case. God damn! Imagine someone getting caught with a machine gun. Just got like 30 bullets in there. Man, you got 30 years just for carrying a gun. No, but I don't think that's how it works. She did mention she's just got out of foster care, so sounds to me she's had a pretty, I guess, rough upbringing. So I could understand how she would end up with these type of people falling into the wrong crowds. So there is I guess we got we got some sort of reasoning as to why she's in this situation. I would say her parents failed her to obviously raise her correctly, and it is the responsibility of the parent. Now, it could be a different situation. She's in foster care, so her parents might not have been around. They might have passed away. Whatever it is, I don't know. Then, again, I would move on to the foster parents and say, well, the foster parents didn't really do a good job either, you know? So, yeah, I would say with these situations, it starts at home. It starts with the parents, and the parents, whoever was responsible for her, clearly have failed because she's ended up in the wrong situations, the wrong crowd of people, and ultimately she started her adulthood with being arrested on several charges.
Oh, uh-oh. This just gets worse and worse.
What happened?
Possession of a firearm with an altered serial number.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna have to look it up, but I think that's a charge too.
Oh, man. Yo, I was not expecting that. It just gets worse and worse. God damn, it's just like Pandora's box. He's just like pulling shit out of the bag. He's just like, oh, well, new charge here. Oh, another charge. Oh. ain't looking good for you, man. The more this guy just pulls shit out of her bag, the more this guy just like digs into her, whatever the situation is, the more shit she keeps popping out. Man, ain't looking good. Wow. So that it's not only that it was a loaded gun, concealed loaded gun, but it's also a dodgy gun. Fuck, you know, with a altered serial number.
This is not fair to me.
What? It's an altered serial number. Possession of a firearm with an altered serial number is a charge also, right? CW firearm.
So you're trying to add charges on?
You're gonna have like 5 felonies.
Why are you trying to make it worse?
She's like, why are you trying to make it worse? I would say at this point, just stop crying. You know, just accept your fate. At this point, you're so deep in it. You just need to stop. You know, if it was me, I'd just be like, you know what? I'm not even gonna cry. Just I'll walk myself into jail. It's not, you know, I might be insensitive, but I mean, come on. Like, sure, let's say I agree she could have had like a very shitty upbringing, background, whatever, and she's ended up in this situation. But I mean, you gotta look at the situation, man. Like, goddamn, just today just ain't your day, man. Your serenity went out the window quick. You know what? I feel bad for her because she's literally a girl that's turned 18, and the first thing that she's dealing with as soon as she turns 18 is being arrested with like 10 different charges. But I'm sorry, this this is too funny. The situation that she's in is just hilarious, you know? Like, you gotta look at it from the outside perspective and be like, wow, just today ain't your day, you know?
There's no way I can get out of it because it was in my purse.
But listen, at some point, someone's gonna question you, okay?
Of course.
And if you don't want to talk to us right now, that's just fine.
I can talk. What do you want me to tell you?
You didn't want to talk.
I want to talk. I didn't know like this was gonna happen. This is crazy. It's like,
Listen.
I'm only 18.
The law takes this very seriously. When we read you Miranda, you say you don't want to speak until you have a lawyer. We're pretty much hands off.
I didn't mean with a lawyer, but like with like somebody. I'm very vulnerable. Like I just don't know what to do.
Okay. So are you saying that you do not want a lawyer and you do want to speak to us?
Well, like what does speaking to you mean?
Explaining your side of this.
Of course I do. I will speak to you and take my side because I deserve that.
Your exact words when I held this purse was, "It's not mine."
Yes.
I said, "What is it?" I said, "What's not yours?" You said, "What's in that purse?" That indicates to me you knew what was in that purse.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you questions, but if you want to tell me a story, go ahead.
You know what I think? Like, she kind of... The reason I think she's trying to change her mind now, she's like, oh, I'll talk, is because maybe someone gave her the wrong advice. Maybe she's just seen it on social media films, whatever. Maybe she was just genuinely scared. But when they said you can stay silent or whatever, and she was like, no, I want a lawyer. I don't want to speak to you. But I think now she's just like, well, maybe if I talk to them and answer their questions, maybe they'll let me off. I genuinely think that's what's happening here. I think she's backtracking because she's like, well, maybe if I talk to them and answer their questions, they'll be like, oh, okay, no, that's fine, Miss Serenity. Yes, sure, go ahead. Sorry for us taking your time, please.
I'm saying it is in my purse.
Okay.
I knew it was in my purse, but like, I wasn't using it. I was
No,
just...
you weren't, and I'm not accusing you of using it.
I know, but like, they had just put it in my purse for a second.
That's it. I mean, there's nothing else to say, you know? Police basically said he's done his job to the best of my knowledge, anyway. Like, it looks pretty clear to me, you know? He read you your rights and you acted, he gave you a choice and you decided to keep your mouth shut. And so now you can't go back on it because you think, you know, well, maybe if I talk to them, I'll get to leave. That's not how it works. I feel like the situation is, and I think she's probably going to say that, they gave it to her. And it's a bit of an unfortunate event that she's in right now, that the people that she was with, probably the guy that left her right at the beginning, they've given her this weapon because they know that if they get caught with it, you know, she was vulnerable or gullible, like naive or whatever. And they're like, you know what, we'll give her the gun. So if anything does happen, at least we're not caught with it. So yeah, it's a bit of a situation. It's a bit of a shitty situation she's in. But let's see what happens.
She does not want to have an attorney. She wants to tell us her side of it.
I mean, I still want an attorney, but it's not obviously. I don't.
You have no obligation to do so. If you talk to us now, you are doing it of your own free will.
Of course.
You're 18 years old. Is this your correct address here in Brooksville?
No, not anymore. No, that was my old foster home.
What is your address?
I just moved there. It's in Wildwood. It's like 32nd Place. Something. It's right next to the Villages. My brother Shane Thomas lives there. It is wife Nicole Thomas.
Is that who was here with you today?
No. I became like homeless when I got out of foster care and they took me in.
There you go. See, I suspected it. It was something like that. She fell in with the wrong crowd because of her situation. Now, I did say it could have been. I did say it was something to do with her parents. Again, I don't know, but it was pretty much the same thing. She became homeless because of her foster care. She no longer wanted to be. I don't know, whatever that situation was. But she became homeless and she was vulnerable and she got picked up by these people. And they made her do this stuff. Or influenced her or convinced her to do something like this. And it's a sad reality for a lot of young kids and a lot of impressionable people that this sort of stuff happens, you know? When they're homeless or they're in a very shitty situation, they don't have parents, they don't have someone to look up to or anything like that. And they get put in this situation where they're susceptible to being influenced by the wrong people. This is an example of one of the many things that can happen when you're with the wrong crowd, when, you know, you're trying to fit in, you're trying to belong, you're trying to, you know, be a part of something, and you're a part of the wrong thing.
So who came in here today when I was coming in and they were walking out? Who was that?
That was my friend.
What's her name?
They call her Dope Boy. I don't know her full name. They call her Dope Boy. I don't know her full name.
I'm sorry, who?
They call her Dope Boy.
Oh, shit. It's confirmed it's a woman. It's her friend, right? She's my friend. And she's called Dope Boy. Oh, God. No, wait. Okay. Oh, shit.
That's a nickname.
Yeah, that's what everybody calls her.
I know, we know that, but is it Brittany?
You got a first name?
No.
My man suggested Brittany. I don't know if he was just trying to assume her name based on what she looked like. But my man said Brittany. Oh, shit. This is great. Oh, man. There's so much. There's a roller coaster of emotions, you know. There's sadness and then there's happiness at the same time. It's great.
I would never do anything like that.
But, I mean, you seem intelligent enough to know that bringing a gun...
But I knew I should have took it out too. But then they told me not to let the other person in the car see it, so I kept it in there.
I'm sorry, to not let the other person in the car?
To not let the other person in the car see the gun.
And who was the other person?
The cousin.
The driver.
Yes.
Right? So Dope Boy, is Dope Boy the one who put the gun in the purse?
No. There's one person.
So the four people in the car.
No, that's three people.
So you're talking about the driver?
No, I'm saying there's the driver and Dope Boy and there's another person.
So including you, there's four.
Oh, yeah.
So she's saying she only had the gun because they told her to not let the other person in the car, I'm assuming the car they came to the bank with, or they were doing their runs or whatever. So she's claiming that the only reason I had the gun was because they didn't want whoever else was in the car to see it, which was apparently the cousin of Dope Boy.
Well, this is how this works. If you want me to reach out to somebody and you're willing to give me their name, maybe you should think a little harder about the three people who were in the car.
So I can't make a phone
Oh no,
call.
at the jail you can make all the phone calls you want.
You ready?
She was charged with forgery carrying a concealed firearm, and possession of an altered firearm. She was sentenced to 18 months of probation and 50 hours of community service.
So that's basically it. What happens at the end, they just obviously take her away, and the rest is history. I don't know. She goes to court, to jail, whatever it is. But basically, that's all it is. That's what happens next. And yeah, final thoughts. Yeah, like I said, you know, parenting goes wrong. Kids will most definitely, in the toughest situation, will end up in the wrong situations, especially young kids. They're impressionable. And that's why it's very important for discipline and parenting to start at home, you know, because a kid can be thrown off their path really quickly. And as you saw from today's video, they'll end up in situations like that. And a lot of the times they don't even know how they ended up in that situation, you know. They think it's normal until the police show up, and then it's not normal. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.